that there are so many people who really obsess about finding the answers to the two big questions. Are we alone, and what happens when we die? And I think that what's been really interesting for me, and this is, again, it's all a personal journey, but I think that movies in general allow you to peer into someone else's perspective about the answer to those two questions. Through history, many different artists have explored these two questions. There's an argument where most of cinema is an exploration of these two questions. And I think, obviously Ebert is here to explore those two questions. As an artist, we are kind of almost tasked with the information that we receive to crystallize it and then share it in our own perspective to, I think, kind of raise the collective consciousness of what everyone else also thinks. Because for me, I know that I've learned a lot about myself and what I believe and what I think from watching movies. I'll watch something and say, wow, I feel like that's really true. When I was dating my now wife, when I lived in New York, we watched a movie called A Ghost Story, which was a David Lowery movie, and I think he made it for like $100,000. It's the story about a couple who live together in a house in the middle of nowhere, and the husband dies in a very tragic accident. And the entire story is about what happens after that. And it focuses on his widow and how she has to process what happened. And I think at that moment, I decided to propose to my wife because I realized how powerful losing someone that you care so much about can be, and how intense love can really be for humans, and how intense the loss of that connection can be if you feel like, you didn't get enough time, or you feel like you got gypped. There are movies that completely reframe the way that you think about life. And to me, that is a spiritual, religious, whatever you want to call it, experience, that there's a filmmaker out there who understands the way that I feel so deeply, that what he made resonates with me so deeply that I decided to really take action in my life because of what he made. I decided to live more fearlessly because at any point, anything could happen.